Streaming. Okay. Okay. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Yeah. Test one, two. Okay, yeah, you can hear me, right? Okay, I see mic audio going on. All right. So, um, let's see. Going to the map itself, it actually, unfortunately, looks pretty good. Um, this is the map, and if I just move around in the editor, you can see some flickering there in the distance from presumably overlapping polys. Actually, no, they keep moving, so that's more an anti-aliasing issue. Um, we got a Dodge Ram, which is a blueprint. That's a Dodge Ram, which is a blueprint. You can tell by the little bally thing under it. And also, you know, it registers as a blueprint in the editor. The other item, this guy here is also a blueprint, the tamper. And just so you can kind of get a look at it, I mean, these things do look pretty good. Um, but this guy's listed as a bad size, I think, because it's in the middle of a collision barrier. Come on. So we actually look pretty good. Um, where did these come from? Oh, yeah, okay. If I give you more of a bird's eye view here of what we got, um, yeah, one of the things I was kind of disappointed about too is, you know, the granularity. That is one section of rail bed. It's a static mesh actor, one section of rail bed. And, you know, it would be better if we had like sections of rail we could use rather than rail bed. But at least we could extend the rail bed out. So I don't know what the issue is with the static meshes on that in particular. But if we go into the game, see if we can launch this without any issues. I've had issues getting the player to launch at player start, probably from that bad start. Okay, cool. All right. So you can tell by the boots off the ground here that he's standing on a collision barrier that's above the ground. And that's why we've had problems with them walking. that zooming in and out that you see, that's simply because the camera boom is bumping up against the collision barrier. I'm go back here into first person mode. See, there's me. And you know, I've had better luck moving around. See if I can jump. Okay, if I jump, there we go. Now I can start walking. I can turn on collision barriers. Okay, the foliage drops out because of the collision, you know, to render collision barriers. But you can see there's like collision barriers that are like huge, going out into the middle of, I don't know, nowhere, everywhere. Particularly when we get to down towards this end of the fence. Um, so yeah, and also the other item is the frame rate. Um, okay, I'm showing 9.3. Now this is on my big ass machine that renders 120 in the quarry with all of that dirt tiling, that overlapping alpha edge dirt tiling. Yet here we're only running like 9 to 10 frames per second. So what's causing the frame rate, I don't know, but I can demonstrate it here. If we go to the lobby, and stat FPS, we can see here in the lobby we're pumping out, you know, 120 frames per second. I was just doing that to verify, you know, that we were uh, that it wasn't something with this particular compilation. I actually imported the map into DS Master with the rest of the maps because I had some other issues with it. So here we see, you know, we're running 100 frames per second looking out over all of this complex shader. And if we go to the Amtrak, um, we go to Amtrak from here, we see we crater right down to 13 frames per second. And yeah, we still have the, if I jump, I can sometimes get out of the collision barrier issue. And I've also noticed this. I don't know, I'm not touching any controls and he's drifting. You know, and I haven't seen that on any other map. Okay, there we can move. So there's a collision barrier right there, even with this tamper. And it might be part of the tamper. It's a damn blueprint, so I can't adjust it manually. Some of these other items I could adjust manually, like pull them into the editor and, you know, build a collision barrier. It takes about, oh, I don't know, 20 seconds per object. But can't do it, you know, on a blueprint. And and I don't know what the deal is on yet on the rail beds. I can see, you know, I need to find out where this is coming from, where the collision barrier issues are. I can do that by sequentially deleting stuff. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. I'm going to go ahead and um, cut the feed and go back on, what do you call it? I am